He went from Twitch's most liked and highest earning streamer to having it all exposed by his ex-girlfriend.
Today, I'm finally going to be opening up about the psychological and domestic abuse that Mizkif has done towards me.
But Emmy was also violent. She would throw clothes or plushies at me, and I punched holes in the walls or slammed doors in aggression.
This is the story of how Matthew Ronaldo, better known as Mizkif, went from one of Twitch's biggest stars to one of its most controversial names. Mizkif started streaming in 2016, but for 2 years, hardly anyone noticed. His channel pulled a few dozen viewers at best. Things changed in 2018, when he briefly worked as a cameraman for Ice Poseidon, one of the most controversial streamers of that era. The connection was problematic, but it gave Mizkif crucial visibility. That same year, he began uploading videos breaking down other streamers, but things really took off when his Who is Tyler 1 video got shared by erob221. People started showing up to his Twitch streams, and by the end of that year, he was averaging about 1,000 viewers per stream. By 2020, Mizkif had gone from a small creator to one of Twitch's biggest personalities. His Just Chatting streams pulled tens of thousands of viewers. In October 2020, he co-founded One True King with Asmongold, Esfon, Rich Campbell, and Tips Out. He also launched Schooled, a Twitch quiz show that became a hit, pulling in massive creators like Pokimane, XQC, and Ludwig. By early 2021, he hit 1 million followers. When Twitch's payout leak came out later that year, it showed he'd earned over $2 million between 2019 and 2021. This placed him as the 23rd highest earning streamer on the platform. He had thousands of viewers every stream, a creator organization behind him, money, influence, and the persona of the fun, laid-back guy everyone wanted to hang out with online. But success tends to expose more than it hides. The cracks started showing long before October 2025, but nobody was paying close enough attention. His ex-girlfriend Maya Higa had dropped hints years earlier.
Anyway, there's something about being trapped in a car with an angry, aggro man that is like the absolute most helpless thing. Dude, I did a guy that would go like 100 miles an hour on the, like we would fight in the car, which was never my decision. Like it just always like happened. Like we just would like fight in the car and then he'd go like 100. And I would like literally like beg him to slow down. I'd be so scared and I'd cry, and then he would not slow down until I apologized.
She never named him directly, but everyone close to the situation knew exactly who she meant. There were other moments caught on camera. Clips of Mizkif throwing objects at Maya during streams while everyone around them laughed it off as just another bit.
Look at her face. She's so uninterested.
She said no.
Maya unimpressed. That's what that was.
2 Starbucks bags of Starbucks I got you over the past 2 days.
Oh my god.
Mizkif, that was
Throw
not
it back.
funny.
Her face at that moment told the whole story. She looks genuinely uncomfortable, like this wasn't the first time. But Mizkif kept growing. His numbers kept going up. ODK was becoming one of the most successful creator organizations on Twitch. And when you're successful, people don't ask too many questions. Then came October 2025, and everything that had been hidden for years exploded into public view in the worst way possible. It started at TwitchCon San Diego on October 17th. During a meet and greet, Emiru was approached by a man who slipped past security, grabbed her face, and tried to kiss her. TwitchCon staff barely reacted. The guy just walked away into the crowd. It took hours before anyone even attempted to locate him. The incident went viral immediately, with people furious at how TwitchCon had failed to protect its creators. But while everyone focused on the convention's security failures, something else happened at that event that wouldn't surface until later. According to allegations that would come out 1 week after TwitchCon, Mizkif allegedly approached one of Emiru's employees with a warning. If Emiru ever spoke about him publicly, he would ruin her career. And 7 days later, she did exactly that. On October 25th, 2025, Emiru went live on Twitch. The stream was titled The Last 3 Years of My Life, with a trigger warning. Within days, the stream would be viewed over 1 million times across Twitch, YouTube, and social media clips.
For the entirety of this year, I've attempted to separate myself from him and not talk about him at all, and not talk about this issue and just not make it a public thing.
For the first time publicly, she confirmed what people had been quietly speculating about for years. She and Mizkif had been in a relationship from 2022 to early 2025. They'd even lived in the same creator house, streaming just a few rooms apart from each other, and almost nobody had any idea. But eventually, she said, she couldn't stay quiet anymore. According to Emiru, the controlling behavior didn't end when the relationship did. She talked about how Mizkif would question what she wore, who she spent time with, even when she went live. It was the kind of behavior that slowly cut someone off from everyone else. Then she said, things turned physical.
He would throw bottles, like plastic bottles with liquid in it. He would throw his phone at me. I would tell him, you know, it scared me, I don't like it. And one time it even hit me in the eye.
The internet moves impossibly fast. Within hours, people connected the dots. That clip of Mizkif throwing bags at Maya suddenly looked different. I knew he was a weirdo, I never knew he was a monster. Emiru said the situation eventually became dangerous. She described Mizkif's anger turning into reckless behavior, driving at extreme speeds and making threats that put both of them in danger. According to her, these incidents weren't about their relationship. They often started over jealousy or frustration toward other creators' success.
He saw that Mr. Beast had put out a video, and Mr. Beast had invited another streamer, and he was like, oh, Mr. Beast invited this guy to his video, not me, which led to him going 150 miles per hour in the car and talking about killing himself while doing it.
A man who averaged 17,000 live viewers, one of Twitch's biggest creators, nearly crashed his car at 150 miles per hour because another streamer got a Mr. Beast collaboration. It was the exact same behavior Maya Higa had described years earlier. The pattern was undeniable. But the worst part of Emiru's allegations came when she described an incident that occurred after their breakup. According to her, Mizkif asked to come over to her house for closure. What happened next, she said, was sexual assault.
Came to my house, and I was crying like crazy because the emotions were just very high, but I let him hold me while I was crying, and he started kissing me in my face, and I let him do it. And then suddenly he tried to climb on top of me and aggressively shoved his hand down my pants.
And before ending this stream, she made a prediction that would turn out to be surprisingly accurate.
I would not be surprised if he tries to sue me for this stream that I did today and for coming out about him. Not because he thinks that he would win, but for PR reasons, like a slap lawsuit.
She knew exactly what kind of person she was dealing with. She'd lived with him for years, and less than 24 hours later, on October 26th, Mizkif posted a 31-minute video titled The Truth. He could have handled this moment with genuine accountability. Instead, he did exactly what destroyed whatever credibility he had left. He admitted to being controlling.
I told her to dress older, to stop wearing pajamas. I didn't want her to travel without me.
He called the relationship deeply toxic and emotionally damaging for both people involved. But then came his defense, a defense that immediately became a meme across the entire internet.
I'm ashamed that the situations got so bad, but Emmy was also violent. She would throw clothes or plushies at me, and I punched holes in the walls or slammed doors in aggression.
She threw plushies at me, so I broke down her door. Bro really thought saying that was a good idea. His explanation for the sexual assault allegation didn't make things better. Mizkif's explanation didn't help his case. When asked about the allegation, he claimed they'd been cuddling and kissing for about 30 minutes beforehand, as if that somehow justified or excused what happened next. The response was immediately and widely criticized as showing a fundamental lack of understanding about consent, boundaries, and accountability. His ego is in full panic mode. He can't accept the reality of his behavior and his social position. He's fragile, narcissistic, manipulative, and remorseless egomaniac. This was the moment when Mizkif could have shown genuine remorse. He could have taken real accountability. He could have stepped back and worked to understand the harm he'd caused. Instead, he doubled down, and the people who'd built their careers alongside him made their positions clear. On October 27th, just 2 days after Emiru's stream, One True King released a statement that made their position clear. ODK fully supports its co-owner and sister Emiru, and we stand by her side. While Mizkif was one of several founders of ODK, the organization terminated its relationship with him some time ago for reasons unrelated to the recent events, and he holds no stake in OTK or any of our other companies. The Reddit post documenting this statement received over 6,000 upvotes and 694 comments, indicating significant community interest. The organization he'd co-founded in 2020 had already cut ties with him months before any of this went public. They'd reclaimed more than 1.1 million shares shares of company stock. They'd removed him from all ownership positions. Whatever had happened behind the scenes was serious enough that his own co-founders had decided to excommunicate him long before the public knew anything. Mythic Talent Management dropped him immediately and demanded approximately $600,000 in fees. Even Asmongold, his fellow OTK co-founder and supposed friend, publicly turned on him. According to later court documents, Asmongold stated repeatedly on stream that Mizkif should be in jail and was the aggressor and a Sponsors who once fought to be associated with him now actively distance themselves. And instead of accepting responsibility, he filed a federal defamation lawsuit against Emiru, Asmongold, OTK, Mythic Talent Management, and King Gaming Labs on November 5th, 2025. Just 11 days after Emiru's stream, the lawsuit claimed Emiru's allegations were lies told to tens of thousands of people. It said everyone worked together to destroy his reputation and take his companies. He wanted compensation for damage to his reputation, lost income, and emotional distress. People quickly pointed out the irony. He'd been accused of trying to silence his ex, and now he was attempting the same thing through a lawsuit. While his career burned, Mizkif aired his meltdowns and seeking emotional support in his offline Twitch chat.
Then I have a lot to work on for myself. I've been single for the past 10 months, and I plan to stay that way. I'm continuing to go to therapy and work on myself, not just for me, but for the people around me.
He is literal definition of narcissistic sociopath. This guy is thinking about himself and his benefit always. He will try to make every situation about himself and manipulate people around him. Now he is most likely planning how to leverage the situation and use the negative attention to his benefit. After this backlash, he's turned off comments on his response video and hidden the like to dislike ratio. As of November 2025, Mizkif's lawsuit is still ongoing. There's no trial date yet. And according to legal experts, defamation cases are notoriously hard to win, especially when they involve allegations of personal misconduct.